What's up, guys? Brada Tats here, and this is the video you guys have been waiting for. This is my pork adobo tutorial, but I am using wild boar caught in the mountains of Oahu by my good friend Kaimana. Mahalo Kaimana for the fresh wild boar. And here we go. You take the wild boar right here. Wild boar right here. See that? And then let's cut this into a smaller piece so it's more manageable. You can definitely tell this is wild boar because there's a lot more fat on the meat. So if you like the fat, do it, but with game meats, you might want to trim them off because they can be a little gamey. And plus, it's not good for your cholesterol anyways. See all this? This is sinew. You don't want to eat this. This you want to throw away. So what you want to do, let's move this over, is just basically cut it into bite-sized pieces, maybe about an inch thick. The more even you cut your meats, the better the results, because it'll cook evenly and cook at the same time. And you don't have to worry about some of the meat being tougher than others. Look at this beautiful meat. Look at that marbling on there. Beautiful. Now, what I'm assuming is this darker meat right here is going to have more iron in it. So it might taste a little bit different than the rest of the meat. But for the most part, if you're looking to get rid of that gamey flavor, soak your meat in milk. That'll get rid of any gamey flavor. And then also wash your meat. So I just washed the meat and I cut it up. It's here in the pot. I'm gonna put it on maybe number 5, so kind of medium high. Add a little oil to this, not much because there's already tons of fat in this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cook this until it turns halfway brown. Then we're gonna add the vinegar. Once you add the vinegar, you're gonna cook it on high, maybe for about 10 minutes or so. Not high, but medium high. And then you just let it cook for about 10 minutes. Don't stir it, don't do anything. That's what I was taught. I don't know why, just do it. Okay, now that we have our meat slightly browned, what I'm gonna do is add the vinegar. So in here I have about, maybe about a cup. Just add that in. Turn up the heat. And let it sit for 10 minutes. Don't stir it, don't do anything. Just let it sit for 10 minutes. Trust me on this. Okay guys, so it's been about 10 minutes. And as you can see, the meat is completely brown. So what we're gonna do next is add our seasoning. So I don't know about you, but I like tons of garlic in mine. So this is the last of the garlic that I have in this container. I'm gonna add it all. Usually I add whole cloves, but this is just way easier. So it may seem like a lot of garlic, but trust me, it's really not. And being that it's wild boar, I've pretty much cooked off all the wild gaminess already. But to cover it up even more, just to ensure that you're gonna get a really good flavor, put more seasoning. That's what you do. Waste not, want not. So let's get all this garlic out of here. Okay. So that's what we do, all right? And then we're gonna mix this up. Some people put onions in theirs. I've never seen my mom put onions in hers. So I will not be putting any onions in mine. Once you've let it cook with the vinegar for about 10 minutes, you lower the heat, okay? This is when you're gonna start letting your meat braise. And it's equal parts vinegar and shoyu. In here I have shoyu. So the same amount that I put in here earlier of vinegar, I'm putting the same amount of shoyu in here. You could use any of your favorites. Aloha shoyu, kikoman. Here, I have kikoman because it has a saltier bite, and that's what I've always seen my mom use, so that's what I'm gonna use. And we'll be back. Okay guys, so this is how it's looking right now. You want to turn down your heat maybe to about a 2, 2.5, maybe 3. As you can see, it's bubbling a little bit, but you don't want it to bubble too much because you don't want your meat to come tough. This is where you start cooking it low and slow, and that's where the fibers in the meat start opening up and relaxing and releasing, and that's where you get really tender, soft meat. So what you do is turn it just real slow. And this is where your flavors are actually going to start coming together. Okay. So another thing my mom does is she uses whole peppercorn. I don't have any. So I'm using pure ground black pepper. Seems like a lot, but this is a big pot of meat, so you definitely want there to be a little bit of bite. Okay, so you put that in there. And you could always add more, but you can't take it out. So just be a little sparingly with it. I've cooked pork adobo for a minute now. I've been cooking it since I was like 15 and I'm almost 40, so I pretty much can eyeball it. That was about a teaspoon to, well, not a teaspoon, a tablespoon's worth of black pepper. You can always add salt, but remember, there's salt already in the shoyu. So I would wait till the very end. At this point, this is where you add the bay leaves. Okay? Bay leaves is key. If you don't have any, you don't have to have. But bay leaves is what makes it. So I want to say put in about, I don't know, 3 or 4 leaves. It kind of has a mentholy, herbal, floral flavor. There you go. That's a little bit more than 3, but the leaves are a little small, so we're gonna put that many in. Once you're done cooking, make sure to take it out because you don't want anyone biting into any or eating the bay leaves. It is edible, but it's just not very pleasant eating a dry leaf, so just mix that in there. And then for your sauce to coat your meat, what I put is brown sugar. So here I have Asia Trans Hawaiian turbinado sugar from Maui. So this, I usually put about 3 teaspoons. And then you wait. This is gonna cut some of the acidity that you put in earlier with the vinegar. The vinegar by this point should have cooked off already, but if it hasn't, just add sugar and it'll make it all better. This is also gonna thicken your sauce and it's gonna make your sauce coat your meat. See, the meat is starting to get really tender now that I have it on low. And now you wait another, I don't know, half an hour to 45 minutes or until the meat is all tender. We'll be back. Okay, so it's been about an hour to maybe an hour and a half. I went a little longer than 45 minutes to an hour. But what I want you to do is, how do I turn this around? Take a look at this, guys. Take a look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? Look at that, guys. Look at that. Wild boar pork adobo. But just can't go by looks, right? I gotta taste it, right? So let me grab a spoon here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cool it down because it's a little warm. Take a look. Super tender. Smells super garlicky. There's no like tinny or gamey scent to it. Smells like pork adobo. It just looks really amazing. Woo! Too much sauce. Here we go, guys. Wow. Bruh. That meat is so like fork tender. If you haven't had wild boar before, it's just like regular pork meat, but way cleaner, way leaner, except for the outer part, but you cut that all off. Super clean. You can taste the grasses, the wild boar is eating. Like, it's just so good and so clean, super flavorful, the meat. You guys gotta try it. And check out the rest of my videos. If you guys want to see the rest of my mukbang, check out the links below. Or if you guys want to see another tutorial, you guys let me know, and I'll go ahead and try it for you guys. And with that said, to go back in the past is the first step forward. Remember your roots. Remember where you came from. Until then, we are Pau. And Pau, guys.